Hello students, in this lecture I will explain British expansion under Lord Wellesley. He adopted two methods, first is subsidiary alliance, second is direct war. So there are some conditions in the subsidiary alliance for Indian ruler. First, they disband their own army, अपनी आर्मी को बंद करेंगे and provide the subsidy to maintenance the British army. If the ruler failed, then a part of his territory was taken as the penalty. फाइन के तौर पे ऊपर उसकी टेरिटरी का कुछ पार्ट ले लिया जाएगा. नेक्स्ट, ब्रिटिश ऑल्सो अपॉइंटेड रेजिडेंट who lived in the ruler court and main job was to further the British interest. जो ब्रिटिश के फायदे की चीज़ें होती थी वो उनको बताते थे. नेक्स्ट, एक्सपेल ऑल अदर फॉरनर, के जितने भी फॉरेन से आए हुए हैं इंडियन टेरिटरी में रह रहे हैं उनको बाहर निकाल दीजिए. फॉर एग्जांपल डच, पोर्टुगीज, फ्रेंच. नेक्स्ट, इफ द इंडियन रूलर वांट टू मेक अ न्यू लॉ, न्यू रूल, देन मस्ट कंसल्ट विद द ब्रिटिश. निज़ाम ऑफ हैदराबाद एंड पेशवा बाजीराव area was captured under the subsidiary alliance. So by this, Indian lost all their independence and this was also financial drain because वो उनका पैसा जो था उनकी आर्मी की मेंटेनेंस के ऊपर लगता था. On the other hand, now Britisher could maintain a large army at the cost of other, and through the resident they could एक्सरसाइज कंट्रोल इवन इन द इंटरनल मैटर, के जो उनके अंदर की बातें हैं वो भी उनको पता चल जाती थी. सो बाय दिस ब्रिटिश बिकेम द सुप्रीम पोलिटिकल पावर इन इंडिया बाय देयर पॉलिसीज. नेक्स्ट इज रैपिड ब्रिटिश एक्सपेंशन. सो फर्स्ट इज क्लेमिंग पैरामाउंटसी. दिस इज ए पॉलिसी. अंडर दिस पॉलिसी द कंपनी over the Indian state is supreme, meaning company has authority. British East India Company is supreme over the Indian state and there is not any injustice if they annex any Indian state. So follow this policy. They also try to capture the part of Karnataka, that is Kittur, and Kittur was under the control of Rani Chennamma and she took to arm when the British tried to annex her state, and she also shows non acceptance of policy, कि मैं आपकी इस पॉलिसी को नहीं मानती हूँ. नेक्स्ट इज अफगानिस्तान एंड सिंध. दे थॉट that Russia also want to expand its territory through Asia and they also want to attack India via Afghanistan. So this thing led to the Anglo-Afghan war between this time period. But British failed to establish their control over Afghanistan because Afghanistan has very strong army. So he only captured the Sindh. Next, Punjab. Till the Maharaja Ranjit Singh was the leader of Punjab, British army could not annex the Punjab. But in 1839, after the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, there was two Anglo-Sikh war. In this war, Sikh were defeated and British under Lord Dalhousie annexed the Punjab in 1849. Next is British expansion under Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie make one policy which is known as doctrine of Leipzig. So according to this doctrine of Leipzig, a dependent state would pass into British hand if the ruler died without a natural male heir. कि अगर किसी राजा की डेथ हो जाती है, अगर उसका कोई बेटा नहीं है, then this state would be under the control of British. So these states were captured under this doctrine of Leipzig. Next is annexation of Awadh. That Awadh was also annexed by the Lord Dalhousie on the pretext of misgovernance. Misgovernance means कि एक रूलर है वो इतना कैपेबल नहीं है कि अपने जो टेरिटरी है कि उसको संभाल के रख सके. सो दिस पॉलिसी के इसके अकॉर्डिंग जो ब्रिटिश हैं वो उस एरिया को कैप्चर कर सकते हैं. Next is administrative structure. To make more profit and to make more strength all over the India, they need an efficient system of administration. So for this, they divided their territory into administrative unit, which is known as Presidency. So first Presidency was Bengal, Madras and Bombay. These were first three Presidency which was made by the British, and these were ruled by a governor, and in the district was looked after by the collectors, who were responsible for collection of revenue, maintaining law and order, and they also supervised day-to-day activities. Next, civil service. Civil service started by the Lord Cornwallis. So after 1815, civil servants were selected through a competitive exam which was held in the London. So there were one Indian person, that is Satyendra Nath Tagore, who was the brother of Ravindranath Tagore, became the first Indian to join the Indian civil service. And beside this, all the districts were divided into the thanas and managed by darogas. थानाज में उनको डिवाइड किया, जैसे हम टाउन बोल देते हैं, एंड मैनेज बाय दरोगा मीनिंग इंस्पेक्टर. इन टाउन एंड विलेज देयर वर कोतवाल्स एंड चौकीदार हु लुक केयर अबाउट डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द population and also responsible for collection of revenue, and the district superintendent of police, this is DSP, was the head of police force. Next is judiciary. They thought there was no uniformity in the Indian judiciary, so they made a new system of court which has two categories, criminal court and civil court. Criminal court which were managed by the district collectors, and criminal court managed by the Qazi and Mufti. Later he prepared Regulating Act of 73, where British launched a Supreme Court and a Sadar Nizamat at Calcutta. For the convenience of European judges, then this company made Hindu law and Muslim law. Later in the 1883, Law Commission was also set up, and for the complaint, one Indian Penal Code was also prepared. Next is army. British required large army to defend its trade, अपने ट्रेड को बचाने के लिए, expand करने के लिए, and for the defend its territory. So for this, British army include European soldier and Indian sepoys. Sepoys were taken from the word sipahi meaning soldier, but Indian could at the most become a सूबेदार. वो सूबेदार की पोस्ट के ऊपर रहते थे, उन्हें ज़्यादा हायर रैंक नहीं प्रोवाइड किए जाते थे. So each presidency has its independence army, and these Indian soldier now also British gave them European style training. And by the 1820, the cavalry requirement of company army declines. जो पहले घोड़ों के ऊपर लड़ाइयाँ लड़ी जाती थी, उनको बंद कर दिया गया. Now they were trading to use of muskets and matchlocks. These two name of different type of gun. So with these two weapons, now they started fighting war against this category. Next, uniform military culture, that was also introduced in 19th century when soldiers became introduced to drill discipline that regulate their life. Some problem were also emerged, like as the caste and community, but the British thought that things are not part of their profession. Next, last is conclusion. By the 1817, large territory of our India was directly brought under the British rule. British, due to their political dominate, freely exploited India. India को बहुत लूटा उन्होंने. And this discussions was written by Indian Dadabhai Naoroji in his book Poverty and अन ब्रिटिश रूल इन इंडिया। सो इन दिस बुक ही रोट अबाउट्स कि कैसे इंडिया को एक्सप्लॉइट किया गया है, कैसे इंडिया से उन्होंने रेवेन्यू कैलकुलेट किया, कैसे उन्होंने इंडिया के सारे रिसोर्स वेल्थ को वो अपने नेशंस में लेके गई। सो ब्रिटिश टुक एडवांटेज ऑफ पोलिटिकल डिसयूनिटी कि इंडिया में कोई यूनिटी नहीं थी, एंड एस्टैब्लिश देयर कॉलोनियल रूल इन इंडिया। सो जिसके कारण वो इंडिया में अपनी कॉलोनीज बनाने के कैपेबल हुए। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दिस चैप्टर। आई थिंक every topic will be clear to you. Wait for the next lecture. Thank you, student.